Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's episode, I will show you how I organize my collection in this cabinet. I will not show you particular knives, I will just show you some rules about how I organize my collection. This is the finished product, and shortly I will take everything out and we will start from scratch. This is the cabinet from IKEA. It doesn't come with the light, but I have installed 10 meters of LEDs. Not too happy with it, but for now it will do. These are green, blue and red LEDs, but I only use white light. That strangely looks bluish on this camera. Yeah, these are all the colors, but I only use white light. This is the cabinet illuminated and empty, so let's start. So this is my entire collection. As you can see, I have some other stuff except knives in my cabinet, just to break things up, just to make some variations. I use boxes, stands, plants. And these are two Victorinox stands that I use for knives, and some DIY stands and some rotating stands. And I also like to put plants on my cabinet just to soften the angles. These are some of the rules that I follow when I organize my collection. First of all, larger stuff in the back, smaller stuff in the front and on the bottom. And I also like to use some other stuff like boxes, paperworks and plants just to soften the corners. And also in the corners I like to put stuff diagonally just to draw the eye into the center, and that makes the cabinet larger. And this is the only modification that I have done, just made a hole for the USB-C for this rotating stand. So let's begin. Usually I put this plant into the corner because it's tall and it hides the hole for the USB-C, and this Voyager light goes onto its box. That it's pretty beautiful, and it also has this nice paperwork, just to soften the edges and create some variations. This is a Victorinox knife stand. It connects into the scale tool slot, and I also like to keep this classic vertical, so it goes diagonally into the corner, and I like to keep the blade open. These two classics go in front of the Voyager light box. First disclaimer, don't leave tools half open on your knives. This will damage the springs, but this is just a showpiece Spartan. And also this is another Victorinox stand. I keep this this beautiful cadet on a stand. Because it is taller this way, it goes into the back. And sometimes I like to keep blades open because I don't know, it makes some variations and makes the knife look even bigger, but it's a little bit unstable this way, but it will stand. This cadet has a beautiful box that goes behind it, and this Spartan just go to the right of the cadet. Maybe this little signature light goes between those two. These two Winter Magic edition 91s go into the back because they are taller in vertical position. And on the bottom we have some 91 millimeters with beautiful scales and two 58s. A soldier ALUX and a golf tool. You will see it in a second. Yeah, golf tool goes here and it has a paperwork just to soften the edges a little bit. So you can see how it all starts to connect. Also a rotating stand here. A right corner here. Yeah, I have a shadow box with a knife on top of it just to soften the hard angles or hard edges, I don't know how to tell it. And I like this step design. Taller things in the back. Yeah, you can see how the diagonals are in the corners. And I'll also need to fill this space and then the bottom part. And these are the classics on stands with blades open, just to make them a little bit taller. And you can see now that the right, back and left sides are done. You can see how the taller things are in the back and smaller things are in the front. So here I have some smaller knives and a Swiss card, but it looks better with all the tools taken out. Now I just have to fill this front left part. This will be my main 91mm station, and they will be in 2 rows. Back row is at an angle just to break up the grid, and in the front are my most used 91mm. So the first shelf is completed, going down. So again, a plant into the corner, this time on the opposite side, and as always, taller things in the back and diagonal things in the corner. In the right corner, this will be my 74mm station. Unfortunately, just 3 knives: executive, money clip, and prints. Diagonally. Three tourists, again diagonally. This is a Funko Pop figure from my favorite Metallica album, just to create some variations, just to soften the hard steel of the knives. Again the same, taller things in the back, smaller things on the bottom. This will create another semicircle, and just to fill the bottom with knives. I have 3 beautiful knives on stands that go into the back, and this figure goes into the corner diagonally with this air plant. This red sheath goes with the rescue tool. Again, I use boxes and sheets and other stuff just to break the monotony. These three knives are all different color and have different main tools, so I like to keep them together just for some variations. I have to fill this main part with some vertical tools. I have limited editions 22 and 26 that I keep in the middle. This time with the blades closed. Semicircle is completed with these boxes and steel boxes and some paperwork. Again, some variations, some sheets, and 3 custom-made ones that live here. This is a main Alex section, and this right part will be filled with 84 millimeters. I like to arrange them in this circle just to break the grid and make some interesting patterns. Again, diagonal things in the corner, taller stuff in the back, and horizontal in the middle and in the front. So 2 shelves are done, just the bottom one. On this bottom shelf I have some Leathermans, some Wengers, Opinel, and other brands. Again, the same thing as always. Taller stuff in the back. Use plants, sheets, stands, and other stuff just to make some variations. These 2 sheets will be hidden. So these are the Leathermans. I keep them open like this. Yeah, some Leatherman sheets and boxes. And I have this little squirt, discontinued Leatherman. Some nylon sheets, some leather sheets. This is a custom stand that I made from a piece of wood. And I keep 4 different Delimons here, one with red scales, one with red and black scales, one with yellow-black scales, and one with wood scales. And it goes diagonally, surprise, surprise, into the corner. And they stand like this. This is my 130 station. Just 2 knives on stands with their big blades open. This is a silly thing that I keep here, my first whittling project. Some other makers, Gerber, Knipex, and Spyderco, with this Wenger Everest big guy. And my first Victorinox pink. These are my Wenger knives and a Victorinox sharpener. Wengers go in the left, Delimons on the right side, and the 111 millimeters in the front. Plus I have this sheet for the Wenger Everest. Surprise, surprise, diagonally on the left side, all my Wengers and my main Delimon station with these two beautiful cigar cutters. Here I used a gum-like removable epoxy for these openals to keep them stuck on the back wall. So this is the finish line, just a couple of 111 millimeters. And as you are watching me put them in the front, thank you for watching. This was a fun episode to record, and I hope that you have enjoyed it. Please press the like button, subscribe, all of that stuff. So this is our finished product. As I get more knives, I need to find space for them, so I'm constantly removing those filler stuffs, boxes and other stuff. But maybe soon I will need to buy another cabinet. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.
Sorry if I made a mess. Sorry if I'm still obsessed with you. Sorry if I'm still obsessed with you.